It's a great story. Love that. For the second time in 3 seasons, Luka Doncic has led the Dallas Mavericks to the Western Conference Finals. Kyrie Irving and Doncic combined for 51 points, 13 assists in the Game 6 win on Saturday, eliminating the top-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder. As far as the other side, here's SGA after the loss.
I shouldn't have fouled him. We talk about it all year, the little things that go into winning games and being disciplined, and it sucks. Obviously, if I had the moment back, I wouldn't have fouled him and just let him make or miss the shot. But yeah, basketball, you win some, you lose some, you make mistakes. We definitely took a step in the right direction this year. Now, this moment stings. You don't ever want to lose, but there are definitely some good things that come out of it. And moments like this is what makes, the champions. Guys get better.
All right, Tim, what do you feel like is the biggest reason Dallas took down OKC?
Because Dallas has a championship caliber defense, and we don't really ever talk about that because we're so enamored with the greatness of Luka and Kyrie, and that's always our focus. Yeah, and how are they playing together, and are they meshing, and they're so capable of taking over games where that's all we're going to focus on for an entire quarter or a game. Their defense is championship caliber, and the reason I got on board with this team as early as I did was because of the additions they made in P.J. Washington and Daniel Gafford. Changed for me the dynamic of what this team looked like athletically. It wasn't going to be enough just with Derrick Jones and Lively. They needed more bouncy legs. They needed more length. They needed another guy that I think was more reliable also as a shot maker that could guard in P.J. Washington. So when they made those additions, I fell in love with what this team could be. But then to watch their defense be the #1 ranked defense in the league over the last 6 weeks of this season, going into the playoffs, it was enough to overcome the fact that Luka, to me, still looks like he's about 80%. He's playing too slow, and he's allowing himself to be more easily guarded, which is going to be very interesting in this next series with the number of guys they can throw at him and throw at Kyrie. And Anthony Edwards already said in the postgame interview, I got Kyrie Irving next series. He literally said it in the postgame interview. He's throwing it out there. I felt like throwing down the gauntlet.
He better be careful about that.
Yeah, he
better be careful about that.
That shocked me, Stephen A. Number one, you're talking about like game plan stuff you guys have talked about internally. And then he's also saying, no, that's me. I got that guy in the next round.
All right.
Wow.
You know, guys, I'm not one of these old big old guys that like to say, I told you so, but
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
yes, you are.
Shannon.
That's a lie.
Shannon, you are King Petty. Oh, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
You just said
Yes, you are.
We need to
Your
freeze
nose
that.
is growing. Stop.
We need to re-end. You talk about best moments of the week, best moments of the year.
Stop.
Goodness.
Flat out live on national television. That man just said
I
with a
don't know
straight
if you've
face,
ever
I'm not one to be
complimented
petty
anyone.
and say I told you so.
Hey, but here's the thing about me, guys. I'm a very sore loser, but I'm an even worse winner. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes me special. I'm worse at winning than I ever am at losing. Hey, Molly, can you give me that sound? DJ, drop that track right quick.
Which track?
Do you actually think that the OKC Thunder is going to make it all the way to the Western Conference? Do you think they fear the OKC Thunder having home court?
Oklahoma City,
Yes.
led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander,
Yes.
the MVP.
Who's 22 wet behind there? Breath smell like Similac.
Oh, okay, you can bite the line all you want to,
Yeah.
but this brother averaged 30.
This is the weakest #1 seed that we've seen
You're
in
gonna
a
eat these
very
words,
long
man.
time. Now I'm gonna need Wendy to come on here tomorrow and issue me an apology. Actually, I would like a 50 word, huh?
Hold on. I understand you said that about OKC. Fair enough. It did go to the 6 games. But you also said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wet behind the ears, breath smelling like Similac. You mean that brother that averaged 32? You talking about him?
But see, that was the problem that they have, is that was all they had, is that more times than not, he didn't get Jalen Williams or he didn't get one of those other guys to come along with him. He was sensational. He showed everybody why he finished runner-up for MVP and could have easily won the award. But I was going to take the two-headed monster of Kyrie and Luka. But the biggest difference is that P.J. Washington got in foul trouble. So he was really ineffective. But he made some of the biggest shots legs in the second half.
Oh, yeah.
Those 3 and that foul, I don't know why the OKC challenge that because they could have used that timeout and got the ball at the other end with 2.5 seconds as opposed to challenging it, losing that timeout, and now having to heave an 80-foot shot. Look, there's nothing for OKC to hold their head about. Look, they're the number 1 seed, but I just didn't feel, based on what I had seen, how young they were, I just didn't see them advancing to the Western Conference Finals. I'm upset that everybody said ESPN talking head, ignorant Shannon Sharpe said this. Now, I want y'all to print today that talking head, Shannon Sharpe, was correct and that the OKC Thunder did not make the Western Conference Finals. Now, I want y'all to run it with the same tenacity, with the same passion.
You want to make
fervor.
sure they say
like
talking head as well.
Like my guy Steven, they say, I want y'all with that same fervor that you printed it with, I want y'all to print. Yeah, you know, he was right. See, always, Stephen A., Bleg, Molly, they always say Shannon Sharpe talks a lot, but you'll never hear anybody say he don't know what the hell he talking about.
Well, first of all, they are going to say, you don't know what the hell you talking about because they hating, because they want to tear you down. And on a serious note, I'm going to come to your defense and say this on national television. Damn it, I ain't hear no criticism about you until after the Cat Williams interview. Everything was fine. Everything in your life was fine. You sit up there and break internet records, you understand, and all of a sudden, you know, everybody got something to say. You know, the hell with all that. They can kiss off. Listen, you ain't like that. I'll say it for you, kiss your ass, period. Don't worry about them. Let's move on. Now let me say this, though, and let me get back to you on this. That damn Oklahoma City, they deserve a lot of credit.
They do.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 32 points, 51% shooting, 55% from three-point range. That was him for this series. The brother showed up, okay?
Oh, he was special.
Where were the rest of the guys? He also led them in rebounding with 8 a game. You know, now I'm not knocking Sam Presti because he did try, according to the great Wojnarowski himself, the ultimate insider. He did try to get a big man, some girth, the Andre Drummonds of the world or whatever. Wasn't successful. I thought that was the missing piece. I picked OKC to win this series, and Shannon will remember this, because there was questionable health about Luka Doncic. And I said, wait a minute. Because of that, okay, that kind of evens the scales a little bit. And then Luka shows up again, game 5, like you pointed out, legs. You know, back
game
against
7.
the wall is 2-2. Hurt ankle on one leg, hurt knee on the other, and somehow, some way, does what he does. I looked at P.J. Washington, I said to myself, why the hell this dude, I mean, he's balling, but why is he so out there, you know, being the antagonist or whatever? And then I remembered, hell, he came from Charlotte. That brother's so happy. He ready to express himself every chance he gets. He ready, you know what I'm saying? He's with the Charlotte Hornets these last few years. So we get it. P.J. Washington, big time. Derrick Jones, big time addition. Kyrie Irving, deferential, knows when to step up, knows when to step back and defer. He ain't going to step back if Ant-Man challenge him. No, wait for that show. It's going to be special. But in the end, it comes down to this. Nobody showed up to help Shai Gilgeous-Alexander when he needed it most, period.
Yep.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Keep them going, try to wear, I pull up long range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. The city, yeah, I'm a